Some Shavuot recollections by a child Holocaust survivor, Alice Muller, taken from her book, My Name is Alice, which she happens to be the author. She recollects, my favourite holiday was Shavuot. It was so warm and beautiful, outside and inside. My amazing father would put greens all over the door and our house. He took me to the synagogue, and I wore a white dress and white shoes. When we got home, my mother would have cheese BLINTES and KREPLACH waiting for us. But before I was old enough to pay attention to the 10 Commandments that is read on the festival of Shavuot aloud in the synagogue, a very cruel man, bad man of the name Hitler came to kill me and my family and my friends and my people. My father wished to make it to the land of Israel, but he was afraid because there were so many British soldiers who were shooting various Jewish people, trying to save their lives by returning to their homeland. And we didn't have much money and couldn't afford to take everyone along. Maybe, if he did, my mother wouldn't have insisted on staying to be near her mother, and we could all have been saved. But older people were also less likely to safely survive a journey, so they might not have survived anyway. Our Jewish people are close-knit with families, and no one could imagine what the terrible, evil Nazis and their collaborators had in store, or maybe they would have even abandoned their families, so at least some should live. For most of my life, she says, I held by the rabbinic decision to observe my father's yahrzeit on Shavuot. But as you will read in my book, My Name is Alice, my father called out to me in a little paper that was found at Majdanek with the exact date of his murder. In 2019, the rabbis told us to keep the Shavuot yahrzeit one more time, and then I made a tikkun in my synagogue on the correct yahrzeit on the 8th of Tishrei. So instead of making Aliyah, he perished in Majdanek, extermination camp in Poland, and long before that, we had stopped going to synagogue. Now I enjoy a low-carb homemade cheesecake. I still put greens all over in my father's memory, and my tikkun is to teach about the Holocaust to children and why it is relevant to modern day. And I am preparing that this year on Shavuot, Bezrat Hashem, we will hear the bat kol of Eliyahu, Elijah the prophet, formally announcing the remainder of our Geula. Amen. She quotes also, please join Alice Muller in her efforts by getting a copy of her book, My Name is Alice, which is featured on Amazon. It's a special treat, and join her davening with excellent acts, Maasim Tovim, also chesed, kindness, and tzedakah, charity. Always give the needy food, and make her wish of the Geula and the Tchiyat HaMeitim come true. Now she can see her father, Herman Muller, Tzvi ben Yaakov Noach, once again.